Jason dreams of a monk battling enemies with a golden staff. He wakes and switches off the martial arts film playing on his TV. Jason is obsessed with Oriental movies. His bedroom walls are completely covered in posters of iconic characters from them. At the pawn shop where Jason visits, old Chinese jazz music drifts through the air. He greets an elderly man named Hope, who is always sitting inside the shop. Jason finds some interesting CDs and asks Hope about other movies. Hope knows a lot about these films, but assumes Jason is just another white kid wanting to learn kung fu to impress girls. In the pawn shop's back room, Jason notices a golden staff, identical to the one he saw in his dream. Hope explains that when his grandfather opened the store a century ago, he waited for someone to claim the staff, but no one came. Later, it was passed to his father, who also couldn't find its rightful owner. So eventually, it came to him. Jason instantly recognizes the staff as a Northern Temple-style bow pole. Hope brushes it off, calling it nonsense, and offers Jason 5 Bruce Lee films for a very cheap price. The old man then locks up the warehouse. Riding home on his bike, Jason is approached by a girl who notices he has been hanging around Chinatown a lot. He admits he's fascinated by kung fu. Soon, a gang of bullies confronts him.
Hey look, the new kid's making time with the hoodies. And it a dragon? You think you're Chinese? You hanging out with them chinks in C-Town?
Rummaging through his belongings, they mock him, demanding he show them kung fu moves since he's such a fan, before gradually beating him. The lead bully kicks Jason hard in the stomach. They ask if he visits the pawn shop, and Jason is forced to admit that he does. The gang drags him there and barges inside with him.
Kung Fu boy, you bet for a more good price movie. Come in. Who's with you?
Hope, watching TV, asks who Jason's friends are. The thugs shove the old man and demand money, but he refuses to say anything. Jason, near tears, watches helplessly. Hope tries to fight back, striking one of them with a pole, but Lupo responds by shooting him. Even his fellow bullies are stunned. Bleeding, Hope hands the staff to Jason and tells him to protect it. Jason flees to the rooftop, only to find himself trapped. Lupo aims a gun at him, but the magical staff suddenly knocks Jason off the roof, hurling him into another place. He wakes up in a mountain cabin, dressed in different clothes. Confused, Jason wonders what he's doing there. Suddenly, armored soldiers storm into a nearby village, slaughtering civilians. Jason hides behind a haystack, horrified, but he's soon discovered as one of the riders charges toward him. Nearby, a drunken Taoist, Lu Yan, appears, his fighting style resembling the legendary Drunken Master. Staggering but skilled, Lu Yan defeats soldiers barehanded.
I don't know what you're saying.
He tries speaking to Jason in Chinese, but Jason insists he doesn't understand. Lu Yan tells him, "If you want to listen, you will understand." Jason warns him of an attack from behind. The two escape on horseback and make their way to a restaurant. Jason confesses he has no idea where he is or who those attackers were. Lu Yan explains that Jason didn't arrive here by accident, nor was it a dream. A prophecy foretold that the one who returned the staff would appear, ending the power of the Jade Warlord. The staff once belonged to the Monkey King, who defended balance on Earth. So powerful that even an entire Jade army couldn't defeat him. The Monkey King crushed every soldier sent against him, his enchanted staff unstoppable. His defiance reached the Forbidden Realm and the Mountain of the Five Elements, home of the Immortals. Every 500 years, the Jade Emperor hosts a peach banquet, where celestial beings drink immortality elixirs, one sip granting eternal life, free of mortal pain and desire. At one such feast, the Monkey King crashed, the gathering uninvited. Though the Emperor was amused by him, the chief military officer disliked his boldness and demanded the Monkey King bow before him. The emperor suggested the king be granted a rank and released, but the warlord ignored the order and challenged him to a duel. They fought fiercely, staff against spear. Realizing he couldn't win, the warlord tricked him, claiming the king was nothing without his staff and daring him to fight unarmed. When the Monkey King set aside his staff, the warlord unleashed magic, turning him into stone. Before being captured, the king hurled his staff into the mortal world. For 500 years, he has been trapped, awaiting its return. Jason insists he just wants to go home, but Lu Yan tells him his duty is to return the staff to the Mountain of the Five Elements. Suddenly, Jade soldiers storm into the restaurant, attempting to seize the staff. Jason hands it to Lu Yan as chaos breaks out. All the while, a mysterious girl playing music secretly observes them. In the fight, Lu Yan keeps saving Jason until finally thrusting the staff into his hands, telling him to defend himself. The man relies only on his fists to survive. Drunken Fist once again counters his attackers without hesitation. More Jade soldiers rush into the tavern, forcing the companions to make a quick escape. They are aided by a girl called Golden Sparrow, a warrior from the south with impressive strength. Together, they mount their horses and burst out of the restaurant, charging into the dense bamboo forest. Golden Sparrow reveals that Lu Yan is immortal, though Jason wonders where she learned this. Lu Yan admits he won't accompany them all the way to the mountain, since the journey leads through dry deserts where there's no wine. Golden Sparrow reminds him that each immortal has a drink that sustains their power. His is wine. Before parting, Lu Yan warns that if he dies here in this world, he will die in the present too. Jason pleads with him to teach him Kung Fu, knowing he won't survive without learning the art. Lu Yan sets him to cutting grass with a bamboo staff. By the second day, Jason grows tired of the task and demands real training. That evening, Jason lists different techniques he's seen in Kung Fu films, asking Lu Yan to train him in them. Instead, Lu Yan pours tea into Jason's cup, continuing to pour even when it's already full. Jason protests that it's overflowing, but Lu Yan explains that Jason is like the cup already full. He cannot learn until he empties himself. Jason takes it literally, frustrating Lu Yan, who calls him hopeless. Jason storms away. He sits beside Golden Sparrow, who explains that music connects earth and heaven, which is why she plays her instrument constantly. Thunder rumbles across the sky. Meanwhile, Jade soldiers report to the warlord that the staff has been seen in the mortal world, and rumors of prophecy are spreading. The warlord kills the messenger and orders another to summon the sorceress, a witch born of wolves. Afterward, he returns to the women he was tormenting. Jason awakens alone in the bamboo forest, with Lu Yan and Golden Sparrow gone. Instead, a rider in white robes appears on horseback. Jason ducks, but the rider snatches the staff. Soon, Lu Yan and Golden Sparrow rejoin Jason, and the three pursue the mysterious rider. They find his horse near a temple. Lu Yan enters, attempting polite words with the monk inside, but the monk remains silent, forcing Lu Yan to seize the staff by force.
Shandong Province?
What kind of monk are you, huh?
It turns out the monk is not loyal to the warlord. His duty is to test whoever wields the staff. Liu Yan declares that Jason is the chosen one, then takes another swig of wine. The monk approaches Jason, then bursts into laughter. Elsewhere, a pale-haired woman called the Witch interrogates a man in a tavern about Jason. When he refuses to speak, she strangles him with her whip. Another woman hands her a dagger, which the witch instantly recognizes as Golden Sparrow's weapon. Back with the group, Liu Yan resumes Jason's training, teaching him the rider's stance. But the monk keeps interrupting, creating chaos during practice, while Golden Sparrow laughs at their clumsy efforts.
Again.
Jason, exhausted, complains and tries to quit, but they force him to push through the pain. Though grueling, the lessons begin to show results.
Every day. But do not name it.
One day while traveling, they discover corpses hanging from a tree, evidence of the warlord's cruelty. Golden Sparrow swears he must die with no forgiveness. The monk tells her she is still young and should return to her family. Sparrow reveals her past. Her father was an official who resisted the warlord. Soldiers burned their village, killing everyone. Her mother hid her in a well before being slain. Ever since, Sparrow has sworn to kill the warlord with a jade dagger. The monk warns her that revenge will only return upon the avenger. Meanwhile, the witch tracks Jason and his companions, reaching the desert he once crossed. Jason nearly slips from a sand dune, but Golden Sparrow rescues him, and he retrieves her fallen jade dagger. A spark forms between them. Liu Yan grows suspicious that the monk may mislead them. Jason confronts the monk, saying that even if they survive the desert, they still must face the Jade army. Does he have faith in him? The monk replies only to remember to breathe to stay calm. Crossing the desert, Liu Yan warns they will die without water. Golden Sparrow scoffs, asking why he can't summon rain. Liu Yan kneels, pulling out a scroll and brush. He wets the brush with saliva and writes sacred characters, believing rain will come. But instead, it's the monk urinating down the hill. Furious, Liu Yan curses him, but the monk points to the distant mountain they are heading toward. Jason's training continues, and he finally begins to master Kung Fu, skillfully handling the practice staff. After one session, he sits with Golden Sparrow as she plays her instrument. They watch clouds, finding shapes in them, animals, and familiar figures. They sit close, eyes meeting. Sparrow asks about Jason's family. He tells her he lives with his mother. She asks about his father. Jason admits he hasn't seen him. She wonders if he would like to. Jason confesses that deep down he would, though he denies it aloud. Their moment is interrupted when the witch suddenly appears. She tempts Jason, promising to send him home if he gives her the staff. Jason refuses. She calls them all fools for supporting a fool and nearly seizes the staff, but the monk saves him.
In hopes of rescuing, kill them.
Overwhelming reinforcements arrive, forcing them to flee on horseback through cherry blossom groves. The witch takes aim with a bow, firing a single arrow. Liu Yan collapses from his horse. The arrow has struck his back. They are stranded without wine, which he needs to survive. They find an old man and beg for help. He examines the wound, saying it is too deep. Jason insists Liu Yan is one of the 8 immortals, and that wine is his life elixir. They send the monk to fetch the wine. Liu Yan recalls his youth when he was Jason's age. Back then, he was a skilled master of Kung Fu until he was summoned to a trial by the immortal sages. He failed, proving the tale of eternal life was nothing but a myth. The immortals had to forsake love and emotions so their hearts would never be shattered. But Liu Yan chose a different path, helping people because he cared for them. The wise man at the temple says that only one drink grants everlasting life, and it lies in the Jade Palace. They must journey there if they want to save Liu Yan. The monk explains that in 2 nights there will be no moon, and a secret passage to the Jade Palace will appear. One night, Jason spots Golden Sparrow outside his window. She tells him he has grown older and stronger. Later, the monk visits Liu Yan and finds him lying weak and alone without the staff. Jason has already set out by himself for the Jade Palace. At the palace gates, the guards step aside, letting him through. Inside, the witch awaits, convinced he has chosen her side and is ready to surrender the staff. Jason goes before the warlord, begging him for medicine to save Liu Yan in exchange for the staff. The warlord says the potion was meant for the witch, but since she did not return the relic, they must battle for the elixir of life in a fair contest. Meanwhile, Monk and Golden Sparrow race toward the temple with all their strength.
Goes to the winner.
Jason duels the witch, but she proves far too powerful, slamming him into the ground over and over. She cuts his cheek and strangles him with her whip. Trapped in her coils, Jason manages to grasp his staff and fight back. She hurls him across the chamber again, then attacks with her enchanted hair, sending the staff flying back into the warlord's hand. Jason falls, defeated, and the warlord mocks him for ever believing he stood a chance. The witch moves to seize the potion of immortality, while Jason lies close to death. But Monk and Golden Sparrow burst into the palace just in time. Monk clashes with the guards. Sparrow battles the witch, and the warlord summons his magic. He prepares to burn the staff, but Monk rescues the relic and confronts the immortal directly. Golden Sparrow overwhelms the witch while Jason fights off soldiers. Monks rush in to assist, and Jason quietly takes the elixir. The witch tries to snatch it away, but the bottle is tossed from one monk to another until it finally reaches Liu Yan. He drinks deeply, rises to his feet, and scatters the guards with sheer force. The warlord slashes Monk's shoulder with a dagger, staining his white robe red. Monk throws the staff to Jason and begs him to strike the Monkey King statue, sacrificing himself so Jason can succeed. Jason smashes the statue, unleashing a storm of golden energy that knocks everyone down. Then the Monkey King himself emerges in place of the stone. It is revealed he was a copy of the Monkey King, born from his hair, just like others before. Now free, the Monkey King turns his fury on the warlord. With one mighty strike, he hurls him across the hall. Liu Yan throws the witch off the balcony, but she snags him with her hair and climbs back up. Liu Yan pulls a dagger and severs her hair. That is the end of her. Golden Sparrow tries to finish the warlord by hurling a jade dagger, but he reflects it with magic, sending her crashing to the floor. Barely able to breathe, she passes the jade dagger to Jason. As the warlord flies at him, Jason drives the dagger into his chest. The tyrant falls into the lava he himself summoned. At last, China is freed from his reign of terror. Jason runs to Sparrow, telling her he has defeated the warlord. She thanks him softly and closes her eyes forever. Jason never gets the chance to kiss her. He carries her to the sage, whose body shines with light, but the old man says nothing can be done. Sparrow chose her fate. The sage tells Jason he may make one final wish. Jason chooses to go home. Liu Yan says that master and student share a life until their ways divide. Jason vows never to forget him. Liu Yan smiles, saying true immortality lies in memory. The Monkey King thanks Jason for setting him free, and now asks Jason to free himself. Jason steps toward the gate and gazes at everyone one last time. The sage exhales, sending him drifting away through the clouds back to his own world. He awakens on the street, battered and bruised. The bullies jump the fence and attack him. Jason stays calm, silent, not resisting. Lupo warns him not to tell anyone about the old man's death.
Huh? Come on.
He calls an ambulance for Hop, and the medic assures him the old man will survive. Hop tells Jason he will live forever, then asks if he returned the staff to its rightful owner. Jason says he has. As he walks away from the ambulance, he notices a girl. She resembles Golden Sparrow. She smiles and says, "See you later."
So what happened?
Jason only hopes he'll meet her again before long. The girl enters a shop named Golden Sparrow.
In search of truth.